Hello and welcome to Chip Advisor. Yes, hello there. This is Chip Advisor. I'm Phil. Done that in reverse order. It's been a while, hasn't it? So, welcome back. This week we're talking about Domino's Pizza, and I am here with this man.
Harry, where's Harry? Harry!
Hello, Harry. How are you?
I'm all right. I mean, listeners won't know, but you've got a very mighty plaster on your little finger there. Is it all right?
Truthfully, about 15 minutes before coming on it, I nearly chopped off the end of my middle finger, and I was just noticed because I've had to put a lot of plasters over it to stop the blood coming through. That I don't know if you could see, but this end of my finger, because I can't feel it anymore, it's numb, is actually blue. And the other finger is not. So I might have to undo some plasters and then reveal some
let's
blood.
just hope it's that rather than you've sort of lost the blood supply to the end of your finger.
I mean, honestly, it was so painful.
How did you cut it?
Putting part of a garage door against what turns out to be an incredibly sharp bit of metal and squishing my finger in between it.
Okay, all right. I might faint actually. So in answer to your
blood
question, I'm not all right at the moment because I feel a bit lightheaded. But generally speaking, I'm fine, thanks.
Good. And what would make this better is if those who are recording on a phone, if they could mute when they're not talking, because I'm getting some feedback. I don't know about you, Lewis. Lewis is getting some feedback. Talking of Lewis, how are you, sir? You okay?
I'm doing all right, thanks, Phil. I've done a silly thing. I've started doing a job just pre-podcasting, which wasn't on the official list of jobs to be done, and I didn't quite have time to finish it. And Mrs. P may arrive home from work during said recording to find the kitchen cupboards emptied all over the kitchen sides. So a little bit of nervousness this morning.
Lewis. Oh, sorry, that's got a bit loud because I'm unpeeling one of the four plasters on my finger.
That's all right. I mean, it's let's not worry about me. I am worried about your finger, Phil. That is not a colour a finger should be.
No, it's getting a bit of life back. I think part of it's the amount of plasters I put around it to stop the blood. That is gonna. It lifted a lot of skin. Anyway, we're also here with.
No, Mikey, that was so not right.
How now, brown cow?
How are you, Michael?
I'm very well. I was. I often think, maybe too often, think like if I were to leave this planet and arise to heaven, shortly after recording one of these, this would be like the last kind of crystallized version that people would see of me. So we need to make this a good one, just in case. I think on your part, Phil, with those fingers, just make sure that if you are going out with sepsis or something, you're going out on a high.
Yeah, absolutely. It couldn't have been in a much dirtier warehouse to do this. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But as discussed on previous podcasts, I want an extra tool coffin that I can put my arms up in, and so I can relax when I'm dead, rather than be straight like I'm a soldier or something. I don't sleep that way.
Fair enough, mate. Okay, it's all noted.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I was very pleased that we did talk about that the other week or month or possibly even year now, because I felt when you were talking about dying that at least we know how Phil is going to sit in his coffin or lie down in his coffin.
And now we know how he's going to die.
Yeah. I mean, so just an update. I've removed a couple of plasters which were stopping the circulation. The problem is, in doing so, now the pain has very much come back quite a lot. So I will continue like a professional, but if my eyes start watering, it's because I'm in agony. So we're talking about Domino's Pizza.
No, we're not. We're talking about you. It's a bit like when Alan Partridge steps on the spike.
Oh, you're gonna have a good time. Pierce me puts on a spike.
Is there a foodstuff substance in the world, Phil, that you think might sort of help with your current situation and pain?
Ice.
Yeah.
Ice.
And
I love ice.
Domino's was the answer, but ice was good. Ice was a good second.
I love
all
ice
means-
so much.
Oh, do a podcast on ice another time.
Okay,
Oh,
it is one of my favourite things. Lewis, you will know that every time I'm coming to your house to socialise, I will put a call in on my way just to check you've got ice in your freezer.
You certainly do, and then that ice lives there until the next time you come.
And
There's
I've upgraded at home to the extra large ice cubes, and they make me feel a complete gangster.
what tell someone that you're posh without telling someone you're posh. You now have
Yeah.
extra large ice cubes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm big time. I am big time.
Harry doesn't even have extra large ice cubes.
No, I don't. But I was just about to say that I was watching Jamie Oliver the other week, and he's got a very good ice recipe where he puts like squash essentially in the freezer, and then he scrapes it up into like this sort of snow, but flavored with orange or mango and passion fruit or something. So you want to try that, Mike?
It's
like
hilarious.
a sport,
I'll
eh?
give it a whirl.
Anyway,
Shot, that
pizza.
is. Pizza, Domino's Pizza. So we need to go back. We need to go right back. You need to cast your minds right back. Only Mike will remember. 1937 we're looking at here. So
Thank you. Yeah.
Thomas Stephen Monaghan. Young boy. He's born March 25th, 1937. Doesn't have the easiest of upbringings, fair to say. Just shy of his 5th birthday, Christmas Eve, he gets quite an unwanted Christmas present in that his dad dies. Not a great way to spend Christmas. His mother doesn't deal with it very well, and occasionally puts him in an orphanage, and then for a week or two, respite care, in and out. 1943, this poor Thomas, his mum said, "You know what, you and your brother James, I'm just taking you. You can go and live with the nuns." So he ends up living there. His mum leaves them, drops them off, and just says goodbye. Very, very sad. Mike, could you strike me as someone who would believe that you could convince a nun to quit her job? Do you think you could?
On what? Yeah. What am I trying to get her to do instead of being a nun?
Well, I reckon you could try and tempt them. I reckon you think you could tempt a nun from out of a habit.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, where are we going with this, really?
Does one of you want to take on the role of being the nun, and I'll try and persuade you?
But Lewis is the most
No,
nun-like.
no, thank you.
Are you sure?
No, I'm
I'll
very
be the
happy
nun,
with my
Mike. I'll be the
vocation.
nun.
Harry's
Right,
the
so
nun. Hang
Harry's
on.
the nun. Well, hi there, nun Harry. How's
Hello.
that life of solitude?
I mean, you're frightening me. So quite nice at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you just yearn for a bit of company, a bit of intimacy?
The angle you're using isn't going to tempt him. Your nose looks very Roman at this angle.
Oh, it's Roman here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, your facial expression
Speechless.
but
Speechless.
I am speechless. But can I just ask, are you going to disappear off all day on a Saturday, sort of every other week?
Well, there'll be groups you can go to, flower arranging and knitting.
Yeah, I do. I quite like black though.
Oh, there
Quite
we
like
go.
black.
Yeah. Oh, my habit. Back in the habit. Sister Act
Oh, I
2.
see. Okay. I think we should move on.
So
Okay.
unsuccessful. What we've learned there is that Mike wouldn't be able to seduce.
I
a nun.
definitely would. By the way, I definitely would. I need more context, Phil. What am I trying to get them to stop being a nun for?
We need to stop this. We need to stop this. Please tell me that Domino's Pizza didn't come about because an orphan boy seduced a nun. Please tell me.
No. Well, yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out later. In
Okay,
the
all
podcast.
right, okay.
But
Oh, Christ.
I would say that all I was saying is that Mike strikes me as someone who I reckon, in his heart of hearts, believes he could seduce a nun. That was all I was asking.
I absolutely the power of persuasion.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
Well, hold on.
Well,
it feels like you're laying down a gauntlet. Give me a week.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
I mean, he's got to be quite a good prospect. I mean, because Mr. Von Trapp did it, and he had like 8 children.
Yeah. I'm just
that's
going to
a good
look up where the Lewis. Do you know where the nearest nunnery is?
convent,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
convent
you know, to quote Hamlet, "Get thee to a nunnery." But anyway, carry on.
Okay, fine. Right. So he goes off. He goes off to this convent. He very much sold the Catholic line, and he's all for it. Absolutely loves it. 6 years later, good news. A very kind lady has agreed to take Tom and his brother James and give them a permanent home. The bad news is that kind lady was his mum again. She's come back and decided 6 years
Why
later.
is that bad news?
Because they didn't get on after that.
Did Noel Edmonds turn up and say, "Well, Tom, James, you haven't seen your mum for 6 years, but I'm delighted to tell you." That'd be Davina McCall now, wouldn't it? "I'm delighted to tell you she's here now, Tom."
Well, yeah. I mean, Noel isn't dead. Just.
Yeah, why have you chosen Noel Edmonds in that scenario?
Well, no, Christmas presents. BBC One's Noel Edmonds Christmas presents used to quite often reunite people in the 80s.
I mean, I hate
oblivious to what you were talking about then.
What?
Yeah, I had no idea. I'll take you back 13 months and remind you of my Christmas day. And Noel's house party Christmas was not part of it.
No, they're two very different genres. Noel's house party was all fun and frolics. Noel's Christmas presents was much more. It really tugged at the heartstrings.
Okay, well, I was too busy going to church.
Okay, fine. But it was a cracking program. Anyway, you've got Long Lost Family now with Davina and Nikki Campbell. It's the same sort of vibe.
Love it. Tearjerker, that is. I often cry at that program. It's terrible.
Yeah. So I'm happy that Tom and James have been reunited with their mum in 1949, if I'm following this correctly.
Yeah, roughly about then. So obviously there were a few trust issues. I mean, bear in mind his mum had given him away quite a few times and then brought him back. And it must have been hard for her. Her husband died. I get it. There was a war going on. I get it. Anyway, it didn't really,
the voice of understanding there. Lovely. Yeah.
Sorry, Phil. Can we just rewind for a minute? Which country are we in at the moment?
We're in Michigan in America.
Okay, right. Yeah. Thank you.
So Tom's quite affected by this. Doesn't really get on with his mum. He's not the brightest button in the box either, old Tom, but he tries his best. But he gets into a lot of trouble, and then decides to lean on the teachings of his nun, who was called like Bettina or something, who was Polish, who looked after him when he was in the convent thing, and he says he wants to become a priest. So he starts training to be a priest a few years later, and so then you've got Tom. He's training to be a priest. Unfortunately, like many things in Tom's life, at the start certainly that didn't go well, and he got kicked out of priest school, vicar school.
We've all been there.
So he got kicked out for 2 reasons. If you can get both reasons without Googling it, I will buy you a Domino's pizza. Whoever.
Did he try and seduce a nun?
I mean, that was my that was my thought.
No, more serious than that.
Did he shoot a nun?
No, didn't shoot a nun. No.
Oh, tasered her.
No. I didn't think we get the tasering nuns today, but we have.
Did he eat all the pizza in the canteen?
No. No, no.
Did he steal? He stole the collection money. It was just resting in his account.
No, no. Sadly,
That's
not.
a Father
Don't have a
Ted
dig at
reference.
Lewis. Oh, Father Ted, right? Okay. I thought you were having a dig at Lewis. Don't know what goes on in that village.
Did he get lost in the underwear section of Marks and Spencer's?
No. So the first thing he did wrong, and he got called up.
Did
on,
he meet? Did he meet? What's his name in a caravan?
Graham Norton.
Graham Norton.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, it wasn't that either. He got caught. He got caught whispering.
Whispering. Of course he did.
Whispering, and the other reason he got kicked out was because he kept having pillow fights. So kicked out of vicar school for pillow fights.
I like to think that I could seduce a nun
no.
without even whispering.
How, Mike?
Just my eyes.
Who
Just
would
the old
win out?
eyes.
Who would win out of you, Mike, and a nun in a pillow fight?
Me, Mike, and a nun, or the listeners?
Well, yeah. I mean Mike and a nun, but yeah, if you want to join in as well, Phil.
No, I'm not in on this. It's our fantasy threesome podcast has ended.
I'd let her win as part of the
Right.
seduction process.
Of
Oh,
course,
yes.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
fine.
Is it? Featherfield or memory foam?
Oh, it's Featherfield. There's feathers everywhere.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
memory foam might well slap. That
Yeah.
I've got an IKEA memory foam one, and one side's like cold, and one side, but it's quite a heavy pillow. That I would think that it would be justifiable getting rid of a priest from training for hitting someone with that.
With memory foam, if you're doing a pillow fight with memory foam, is it a bit like in Roadrunner when Wile E. Coyote would run into like a mountain and there'd be like this imprint of his body?
In the
There's
memory
only
foam
one
one,
way to
yeah.
find out.
Mm.
Have you got one?
Is it-
Have you got one you can practice on?
Sorry, is your pillow purposely cold, or is it just the reverse side that's cold?
One side is cold. I didn't realize it when I bought it, and I don't know whether it's a design feature, but it's noticeably they're different temperatures. It must just be the material on it.
That is
But it-
interesting because I was trying to go to sleep the other day, and Mrs. B started talking to me about an idea that she'd had.
Oh,
An
I hate it
invention.
when they do that. I hate
Yeah.
that.
Oh, about
Just as
whether
you're
you could
drifting
get
off.
like a cooling device for your pillow. But
Well,
you definitely can.
IKEA
Yeah.
already do them.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
used to. I purchased in the probably about 2005. I purchased something called the Chillo Pillow.
Well, to
And-
celebrate England winning the Ashes. That's lovely.
It's what you do, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I bought a Chillo pillow, and you put it in the fridge, and it had like a small amount of liquid in it, and you put it in the fridge, and then inserted it into your pillowcase just on top of your pillow at night, and that would stay cold for like hours. It was really good, and they did them for dogs, if I remember rightly, as well, so dogs
Yeah.
could cool down in the summer.
Oh, dogs.
Might
Yeah,
numb
dogs.
your brain though, mightn't it? Your whole head might go numb if it was too cold. So I
To be
presume
honest-
it's quite dangerous to do it for too long.
It might make a lot of sense that that's what happened. So
Mm.
anyway, our mate Tom, he's at preschool. I mean, he's had enough blows in his life, but now
Oh
he
gosh.
is-
I mean,
Michael.
this is going to turn to pizzas at some point, isn't it?
No, Mikey, no, Mikey.
I do hope so.
Not right.
Listen, you need to know the backstory.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
calm
All right,
down.
Okay.
This isn't a pizzas podcast. It's a Domino's Pizza podcast. That was specifically what Mike put out on the messenger chat. So we
Yep.
must continue. So he wasn't the brightest button. He went to vicar school, got kicked out, and then he saw a sign saying, "We pay well. Join the army." So he joined the army. Unbelievably, he didn't understand it. He'd actually joined the Marines. I don't know how that happens. He really
Well,
is.
you can't accidentally join the Marines.
He accidentally joined the Marines. He was thick as a brick, and in the end, he got out of it by saying, "Look, I'm really sorry."
By whispering.
After like 3 years or something, but yeah, he did some pillow fights, whispering, got kicked out. So he then ended up leaving the Marines because he didn't want to be there. He wanted to join the army. His actual love was architecture, and that's what he wanted to do, but he wasn't clever enough. So anyway, in the end, he moved to be nearer his brother somewhere. I can't quite remember where. Let's just
Chicago?
say well, yeah,
Chicago town centre.
it would make sense. It would make sense, but who knows? Let's say Chicago, but I think it might have just been further elsewhere in Michigan. And his brother James, by this point, was a postie, and his brother James, he bumped into him, and he said, "Tom, the guy there, the Italian guy there, he's selling his pizza restaurant for $900, because he's moving back to Italy. Do you want to buy it? Like, we'll go halves." And he didn't have much money, but he thought, yeah, sure, let's live the dream.
It was a half and half deal, was it?
Oh, lovely, lovely,
Thank you.
lovely.
Yeah, like we did there. So he then went halves with his brother James on this pizza store, and it was going okay, but he didn't have a huge love of it. And then his brother wanted to be a full-time postie again. He didn't want to be running a pizzeria. So his brother said he would sell him his stake in the pizzeria because they had a delivery car. So the brother said, "Look, just let me have the delivery car," which they had paid halves on, "and you can own the pizzeria. It's all yours." Which, in hindsight now, seems like a bad deal.
Please tell me it was originally called Dominos.
No, it was originally called Dominic's.
Okay. Well, okay. This is making less and less sense. Okay.
So it was originally called
And it was
Dominic's.
collection only at this stage.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's like living in Blandford.
I know. They do not want to deliver to us, do they?
They do not come out to the villages.
Yeah.
I mean, you're speaking to people who live in Alderholt. We understand. So, so he worked in this pizzeria, and he thought he's going to give it a good go. He wants to branch out. He worked 19-hour days, 7 days a week, which I don't quite know if that's actually true, but it's what it claims on the internet. He worked 19-hour days, and he was always on his feet. And he found a way of getting successful was to visit other pizzerias and see what they did well, and then adapt his each time and try and keep things simple. Try and crucially keep things hot. So after he had like three Dominic's pizzas, he decided he wanted to promise a half an hour delivery time on pizzas, because he thought, what's the biggest gripe people have? Cold pizzas when they arrive. So this 30-minute promise he did was huge. And so he branched out and he opened more and more stores. And he said he wanted to open a store a week. And then it all went a bit belly up. And he sold Dominic's Pizza. And he wasn't as successful as he'd hoped. But because Dominic's Pizzas were going downhill anyway, the person he sold it to eventually sold it back to Tom for a lot less money. And then Tom had a good crack at it, opened slower. You had to have been a manager for a year to open a franchise. But now they are huge. They have like 1,200 stores just in the UK. And he's a very successful man. But he had a horrible start to life. And that's the story of Tom Monaghan. He actually is worth $1 billion and has said he wants to give all his money away to Catholic charities.
He's still alive?
He's 87, I think, now. Yeah. He said that he had a sort of epiphany and decided all this money he's got, he wants to put it, the reason that there's so much, effectively the American version of Broken Britain, I don't know what that would be, Broken America. He's blaming that on the fact that there's not enough Catholics and there's not enough people who have religion in their life at a young age. So he is putting money into making that possible. So that's what he's making his life work right now.
Well, there you go.
And
a lovely story. Anyway, is it time for you to go, Mike?
Yeah, I must be going in a minute. But no, it was very interesting, Phil. Thank you.
No, it was. Sorry.
At what point did there need to be a question? At what point did it come into your mind that you should ask me if I could seduce a nun? I'm just trying to see where that fits in the story.
Well, no, I was just thinking that is the sort of thing you would claim you could do, and I
Okay.
was right because you are claiming that.
You're making me sound very much like Jay from the In-Betweeners.
Yes,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, a bit like that. Yeah, a bit like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Have
So-
you got a quiz?
I've got a quiz. Yeah, okay, we'll go to the quiz. Fine. I just want to be informative.
No, it was good. It's good. It's good.
Well,
I enjoyed it.
25
It was,
minutes
it
in.
was excellent. Very good. Very good. Very redemptive story.
Comprehensive.
Well, it was a bit like Robert the Bruce and the Spider. He tried and tried again, and he kept going. And I mean, did his mother like pizza? Do we know?
I don't know what the situation was with his mother in the end.
Yeah.
I know that he did. He opened a burger store called Gyrene Burger Company, and he tried to franchise that like Domino's, but none of those are still in operation.
Well,
as of-
Gyrene sounds dreadful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I lost focus for a minute within that story, just for a little minute.
I can understand.
At what point did it become Domino's from Dominic's? Did we hear that much? Oh, okay.
I just didn't think it was important.
Okay.
Really.
You know what? I think our listeners would be really asking that question.
His mother sounds like the sort who would order a really complicated half and half pizza in the hope that the restaurant messed it up so they'd get it for free.
It's a great tactic, and I continue to employ it every time I go to a restaurant.
But now you've employed it when you ask me to order pizza.
Yes,
So,
and now I won't pay you. I won't pay you what you've paid unless they get it right. Yeah.
You want a Marmite base? What?
Yeah. Right, Phil, quiz me up.
Hang on. I just thought I'd tell you that the Domino's thing. So he changed it to Domino's and then did a big advertising campaign. He got an advertising company in, and in America they ran loads of adverts where they had a mascot that was like an anti-mascot called the Noid, Noid, and because Domino's were all about your pizzas getting there hot, and they had these special boxes which kept things warmer. So they were saying that the Noid was like this ice person, and they were saying avoid the Noid. That was the big campaign they did. And then at the same time, they changed it to Domino's, or a similar time, they changed it to Domino's. Anyway, it's a quiz. You want a quiz? I can do a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. Okay, so in a very family fortune style way, I need two of you to pair up and one of you to be on your own. Who wants to go with someone else?
I'm really easy either way.
Okay, Mike, you're on your own, and then we'll have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Stickland boys are together, so so it's very simple. I've got don't open a Domino's pizza menu. Don't look at one.
No.
Okay, and I will give you a pizza. I'll tell you how many toppings, and you can have one life. If you get it wrong twice, if you guess a topping wrong twice, it goes to the other side to steal. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah. I understand.
So this is from our Ringwood, which is the local Domino's pizza to us. Still have to drive; they won't deliver. And I am looking for the toppings on the cheeseburger pizza, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toppings on this pizza.
I've never felt more confident going into a quiz than I have this.
Okay, so Mike, as you're on your own, do you want to play or pass?
I'll pass, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Harry and Lewis, and there's 5 toppings to find. Can you find all of them?
When we say toppings, does this exclude cheese and tomato?
It excludes cheese and the tomato base or the
Okay.
barbecue base.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to say burgers. Little beef burger pieces.
An idiot sandwich.
Burger meat.
It's a
Burger
bad
meat.
start. It's a bad start. No, burger meat isn't there, I'm afraid. Mike,
Oh.
it gives you the chance to steal. It's really is an open goal to go 1-0
Yeah,
up.
I'll go burger sauce, please.
Their special burger sauce,
Yeah.
topped with their burger sauce.
Do you want to know
the-
something interesting about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put the sauce on after they've cut it,
Oh,
Oh.
so they don't cook it with the sauce. There
Right.
you go.
very good.
I feel like you should have done all the information, Harry. You should have done the research. Yeah, I mean, you could have told us all about Tom. You know a lot.
Do you want to just confirm the other 4 toppings, Phil?
Well,
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
just confirm the wording of the meat? Because I think
Yeah.
I mean we've all laughed at Lewis, but I
Sure.
think he's been
Surely some
quite
kind of
It'll be
beef
ground.
burger.
It'll be
Done by
ground
there.
beef, almost certainly.
He said
Sure.
bit-
Well, what is a
bit
burger?
You can't have bits of burger.
You had mini burgers, was what you said.
Yeah. Double ground beef,
Thank you.
fresh
It's a beef
tomatoes,
burger. What is a beef burger?
double ground beef,
You know what? This quiz is an idiot sandwich.
fresh tomatoes, onions, sliced gherkins, and burger sauce.
I'm
Right,
not
guys, have we
playing.
another
I'm
chance?
not playing anymore.
There'll be another chance.
No, I don't
Chill
want to
out.
play anymore. This is like the
Chill out.
Chinese takeaway quiz all over again.
Here we go.
So
Let's
good. We
never
recorded
talk
it
about
twice.
Let's talk about the New Yorker. The New Yorker. There are 4 toppings to find. Lewis and Harry, would you like to play or pass?
No, we're not playing.
So you're passing, right?
Yeah.
Mike,
I'll go-
New Yorker.
Yeah, I'll go mushroom, please.
Mushrooms is there. Yep.
Ham.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, ham is there. You got 2 to find.
Pepperoni.
Yes, 1 more to find to put you 2-0 up.
Oh, come on, Mike. Come on. You got this. Ham, pepperoni, mushroom. Sausage.
An idiot sandwich.
Oh, it gives the other 2 a chance to steal
Oh, no.
if they're remotely interested in playing. There's 1 more topping on the New Yorker. Harry, Lewis, can you find it?
Wouldn't have
Sorry,
thought
did
so.
you not? Did you not hear me? I don't care.
Oh, come on.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, okay. Lewis, are you interested? Or is Mike just
I'm not,
playing on
I'm
his
not
own?
interested, but
Oh dear, this is taking a turn for the
what,
worse.
what,
Hasn't
what
it?
what did Mike say? I'd stop listening.
Ham,
Yeah.
mushroom, pepperoni. I got, lads. There's 1 more to find.
all the classic New York ingredients. I mean, I do have to ask Tom whether he's actually ever left Michigan.
Peppers.
Oh.
It's not peppers, lads. Tell you that now. Say that for nothing.
The correct answer was bacon. Mike goes 2-0
Yeah.
up.
All right.
We
I
got
feel like I found my specialist subject.
we've got we'll do 1 more because I don't think Harry wants to play anymore.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Okay. 5 toppings
Okay.
on the Domino's Texas barbecue.
Oh, God. I mean, it's like I'm playing at home. This is okay. All right, fine.
You want to play or pass, Mike?
Oh, I'll play.
Okay. I'm not going to do tension music. There's enough tension with Harry, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Fine. You've got chicken.
Chicken breast strips. I'll allow it.
You got peppers.
I do need you to be more specific.
Well, you've got green and red peppers.
Fine. I'll allow it.
Are you
Why?
counting
What
those
does
as
it
2
actually
separate,
say?
or are you counting
No,
them
hold
as
on,
mixed
hold on.
peppers?
Sorry, you'll allow it.
I'll
What's the wording of the peppers on the ingredients?
Green and red peppers, which is what Mike
Yeah.
said.
Exact word for word in your face.
You got 2 more to find.
Yeah, bacon
Yeah.
and onion.
Oh, he's good. You know, he is good. That is it. That he's absolutely nailed that.
Yes.
Do you want 1 more because you nailed that so quickly?
Please.
Mike,
I can play this all day.
There's no barbecue sauce on a Texas.
No, it's a barbecue base. Crucially, a barbecue base, not a sauce.
barbecue base, and we did say we were excluding bases.
Yeah.
Hot and spicy.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4 toppings.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the
Four
boys
and a
should
half
have the first. The boys should have the option whether they want to pass or play.
I don't think they want to play, Mike. I've got a feeling that
Right. Hot and
don't wanna be
spicy.
here
I'm
at
pretty
all.
sure you've got. I'm pretty sure you've got tikka chicken on there.
Ooh, let me just check.
Allow it.
An idiot sandwich.
Is it not tikka chicken?
No, I mean,
He'll allow it, Mike.
Oh.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I won't allow it. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Oh, Billy Big Pizza's over there.
Oh.
I can do this.
Oh,
Yeah. So they would have had a chance to steal if they wanted to steal.
I can tell you the
Right.
other toppings. I can tell you the others.
Well, it's not your-
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos for
Yes,
the
we
steal.
win.
Yes,
Is
there you
there?
go. The
Or
moral
what colour?
victory is ours.
Well, I don't know because it says green jalapenos. So
I don't think
No.
there are any other
Oh, he'll
colour
allow. Oh,
jalapenos.
he won't allow it this time. He won't allow it. He would have only allowed it if it was Mike.
Yeah.
I've seduced him, lads. What can I say?
Because burger meat, it's not unallowable. It has
Ground
to be
beef, lads.
mixed
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
he said
you're
like mini
joking.
burgers or something. He said like mini.
Call it
He said a
cheeseburger
burger.
pizza.
Burger.
Honestly,
Right.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Well, there we go. that's the main thing.
Yeah, I'll
Mark-
make that 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was going to be 5 because that's how it works.
I'm happy to do winner takes all on one last one if you want. Give him a chance.
All right, okay. Domino's Deluxe.
Oh, holy smokes!
Are you playing or passing?
I'm
Harry
passing
and-
to the
Harry,
lads.
It's
Oh.
Harry and Lewis's turn.
Okay.
please.
I will pass.
yeah,
Oh,
we will
no.
pass because I've genuinely no idea what's on that pizza.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. How many toppings are we talking?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
you're all right, Mike, because he'll allow whatever you say, so it doesn't really matter. Just
Oh,
tuna.
dear,
He'll
oh,
allow it. So
dear.
well done.
Very salty over there. Okay, so Domino's Deluxe is going to have peppers on it,
Colors, please.
green and red.
Correct.
I think it's going to have pepperoni on it.
Correct.
I think it also may have. I'm going to go mushrooms.
It's good. He's doing well. He's got 2 to find.
Mushrooms, pepperoni, peppers. At what point does sweet corn come into the equation? No, not the onion.
Onion is there. You've got 1 more to find.
Oh,
This is
The
tense,
tension.
and no, we'll put some tension in.
I'm torn between ham or sweet corn.
Interesting.
I'm going to go ham.
Okay. So ham is. I don't know. I could give it to you because it's the same animal. So
No, that's fine. That's fine. No.
hmm.
I'll fall on my sword. I mean, thanks for giving him the answer, though. Heck.
Harry and Lewis. You've got
It's hardly going to be trotters, is it?
Harry and Lewis. Your chance to steal. Do you want a reminder of what we've already had?
And the animal it comes from?
What's he said?
Pepperoni, mushrooms, onion, green and red peppers. You got 1 to find, and it's not ham.
It's not ham, but it comes from the same animal, lads.
Could it be bacon?
Are you locking that answer in?
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
An idiot sandwich.
Oh, Lewis, not bacon. I'm afraid it was Cumberland sausage.
Oh, no.
Oh. Cumberland sausage.
Oh, that's hit them hard.
Got you on the old same animal trick. It
I
is
like
the same animal. I knew you'd
Pork
go
sausage.
bacon. Yeah, I knew it. Knew you'd fall for the bacon line. It's one of those things. I feel like we've all had fun there, haven't we? We've all had fun.
I certainly had fun.
There we go. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz.
When's Mince or Mince coming back?
Oh,
I'm good at that.
Well, when Harry does some research, he can do a quiz, can't he? But I just did the research and I panicked, did a quiz, and I thought people like Family Fortunes until Idiot Faces started presenting it. People used to with old dear Les, but
Which
I
idiot
thought
face are
you'd
you
enjoy
referring
it.
to, Vernon or Gino?
Oh, I assumed that Stephen Mulhern had started doing it because he's everywhere else.
No, it's DeCampo these days.
Oh, hasn't he been in trouble for things? Gino?
Yeah, he probably won't be on there anymore.
He's been in prison.
Uh,
Oh
Has he?
gosh,
Yeah.
what recently?
Wow.
No, when he was younger, as has Stephen Fry. So everyone's been in prison at some point.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you ever
How
been? Have you ever been to a prison or in prison?
No, not me.
No, Lewis.
I think I did a visit round a prison once.
It feels like the sort of thing a vicar would do.
I've been a few army bases, but I don't know. I'm sure I've done the police.
Did you see
I
Tom?
went on.
Oh no,
I
he
went
was
on
the Marine.
I went on a tourist trip. It's quite an odd, looking back now. It was quite an odd tourist trip to a Ugandan prison.
Why were you in Uganda, Mike?
That's weird.
I don't like to talk about my charity work, boys. I really don't.
All right.
But whilst I was out building practically a new village for the locals,
You got
with my own
arrested?
bare hands. No, didn't get arrested. Anyway, I'm sure we got some questions, but before we do, can I just say I really don't like the semolina dust. Just want to get that out there.
Oh, what, on the bottom of the pizzas at Domino's?
Yeah. So if
Oh, I
you
love
go
it.
if you go thin and crispy, or you go gluten free, you don't have to worry about that.
Who in their right mind is going gluten free? And I sorry, gluten free people might, if you
Yes.
believe in gluten free, Mike. But why have you tried gluten free pizza?
Well, I think I do feel less bloated after a gluten free pizza.
Do you
Doesn't
feel like
necessarily mean that I'm a celiac, but I think I definitely do feel less bloated as a result.
Oh, you'll feel less bloated if you go for a medium rather than the large as well.
Well,
I really think you
oh, it's very cutting, Lewis.
particularly
Sorry,
nasty on this one.
the quiz has really upset me.
Yeah, I can tell. Okay. Right. Anyway, questions, Phil. I've got 8 minutes in which to answer as many as I can.
okay? Well, you've put a request out for questions, and someone called Robert has said, but it's not a question. So if you do know Robert, Mike, Pizza Hut all the way for the branded pizza establishments, except for China. Hey, Mike, haha. Pan based, not standard, as it's really airy and light compared to standard base, which is dense and chewy.
Well, he's tried to go off piece there in a couple of tangents. And really, what happens in China should stay in China. But I will.
Oh, do tell us what happened last time we went into China, Mike.
Yeah, well, it was the same trip actually, but of that infamous occasion that we alluded to once before on the pod. But yeah,
In the basement of the hotel.
yeah. Anyway, yes. in
Not
the
part of
basement
your
hotel.
charity work.
That no, it's part of someone else's charity work, I think. But
So you were the charity.
yeah.
And the work.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he had a pizza that he basically it had scrambled egg as a topping rather than cheese. It was very peculiar. But yeah, look, that's going off pace. We want to remain very much on brand with Domino's.
They do peach on pizzas in Pizza Hut in China. Peach pizza.
Wow, there you go.
It's not nice.
I would like to see Domino's, if I can cross over between the two. I'd like to see Domino's introduce their version of the cheesy bites.
Well, they do.
No,
They
but
do
not attached to the pizza. It's not
Oh, I see.
as a
But
crust.
they do the nice little dough
The
twisty
dough
thing.
balls. Yeah. Okay.
They're very good, and they've recently started doing macaroni cheese. I haven't had it because you don't.
We're hurtling towards a mac and cheese episode at some point soon, I think, lads, because it gets a lot of hype, mac and cheese these days, especially by calling it mac and cheese.
Right. Yeah. It's worked for them.
Yeah.
But they do their twisted dough balls, which are good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Is Domino's the number one ivory based game?
Right. I
What's
think so.
What's mahong? That's like a, you see mahong. You get loads of adverts pop up on your phone for mahong.
Hmm.
I bet you that's got some ivory in, and more people probably play it because it's popular in China and there's more people.
Yeah.
Sounds like what
Yeah.
Mike did in the basement, quite honestly.
Mike did nothing. Anyway, move on.
Right.
He was a victim.
Okay. He was a victim.
Oh, Norman.
Come on.
Okay, right. Michaela asks, what type of pizza base is your favourite? It's thin.
Thin and crispy, Michaela. Now, thin and crispy.
Yeah, she's a big thin Italian all the way.
Mm.
Lewis?
I think I differ between whether I'm in a restaurant or having takeaway. If it's a Domino's, I actually prefer a Pizza Hut. It would be a stuffed crust. In a restaurant, I like a thin base.
You prefer a Pizza Hut?
Yeah, I know.
Just because of the cookie dough dessert, right?
No, I prefer the pizzas.
Mm.
Oh
I think Domino's have tried to be too clever with their different toppings and combinations.
I just don't know.
Sorry, Phil, you're going to Pizza Hut and you are not having an ice cream factory for pudding. That is absolutely insane.
Oh, come on. The ultimate is you seduce the waitress and you have the best of both worlds. You have the cookie dough and
We're not talking about China again.
Yeah.
You have cookie
Back in the
dough and you gain access to the ICF instead of having your standard scoop ice cream. Little word in the waitress's ear, 9 times out of 10, that happens.
Give it the eye.
Yeah.
Just the one.
9 times out of 10, you've got your cookie dough and then you've got some lovely whippy ice cream from the ICF along with a few sweets and a bit of strawberry sauce. Lovely old job.
Well, frankly, no one's watching, so you can just eat I suppose you can just eat your whatever it is you've just said, and then take your bowl up to the ice cream factory. So you're fine.
I suppose you could. I've long advocated for an evening out where it would cost you absolutely nothing. Go and have a round of golf because nobody's checking. Just walk on, and then head to the Carvery.
Oh, a golf course?
Yeah, and then nip from there to the local Toby Carvery, and just go up and he says, "Oh, normal or large?" And you say large. No one's checking. Help yourself to some self-serve soft drinks. Walk out. What an evening, and it's cost you nothing.
You'd need to take your own glass. They're wise to the drinks.
Ah, the glass. That's a good shout. The glass.
You could take your own glass.
Yeah, you could. I've still got a Five Guys cup in my car that I've had for quite a while for a similar reason.
Theft.
No, well, the Five Guys cup is a paper cup, but it's free refills. It doesn't state on the menu what day you can refill for free.
And this is why you ended up in a Ugandan prison.
Lads, I'm going to have to go and let you answer the last few questions, as is the norm, I'm afraid. But much love to all listeners.
It's a shame.
And
the
to the
next
three of
question
you.
was, does anybody actually pay full price for their pizza? As we're talking about your crime spree.
Yeah, they do have more sales than DFS. That much is true. But I will leave you lads to it, and I look forward to the next one.
Okay, doke.
Adios, amigos. Ciao, Bella.
Yeah, last time I went to Domino's to pick up a pizza, but rather than just for entertainment purposes, there was a man who strolled in off the street and just ordered a pizza at full price, and I couldn't believe what he was doing. Utter nutter. Yeah, he just strolled in. Pepperoni pizza, please. It was like 24 quid.
Yeah.
Madness. Absolute madness.
Because if you do it online, even if you're only buying one, they do it in half for you. I've never really understood that.
Effectively, everything on Domino's menu is available for half the price if you collect it.
Yeah.
Or certainly all the pizzas are. The sides and stuff, they throw some in on deals. But they just rely on strays like that man to come in and go, "Oh, can I just get a pizza, please?" A bit like insurance companies just put the price up and hope people won't see it. And a bit like WH Smith existing.
Because they just auto-renew like I do, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. How the other half live? Right. So Dave says, does anyone actually pay full price for Domino's Pizza? Only people who stroll in off the street, Dave.
This is genuinely interested in me. First time in this pod.
Right. Say something nice and leave it at that, Harry.
I'm joking. So is it only online? If you order online, you get the half price.
Well, or on the app. I don't know if you could go into Domino's and say, "I want to get your collect special, please, for £10."
Surely.
But she charged this guy, despite the fact he was collecting, full whack.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that is mad.
Yeah.
May as well just stand outside the shop and just order it online and then.
I wanted to tell this guy that, and then he was slightly drunk. That in Domino's you can actually see through the glass and you can see the pizzas being made. I don't know if you've been into a Domino's, but you can see the pizzas being made, certainly in the Ringwood store. And this guy, he kept turning to me and pointing to the woman who was doing the actual. She was taking the dough and turning it into a pizza shape, and he said, "Oh, she'd make a great wife." He just kept saying it, and I didn't really know how to react. So, I didn't know. I'm sure she would, but he had a wedding ring on his finger. I just don't know how he worked. But I didn't want to then say, just so no, she double charged you, friend double charged. Anyway, Mickey says,
unless it was his wife and he was trying to lure you into some sort of altercation, because you should have said, "Oh yes," and then he'd have gone, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then that would have all gone. It would have all gone haywire from there. Oh dear.
True. He did also say some racist things about her, which
okay. Fair enough. Wait, well, takes all sorts, but yeah.
Anyway, Mickey says, why at half-time of a football match do they play a Domino's ad saying "order now for half-time"? It's not remotely realistic. Those adverts, you see them on TV. They tend to be before the game when they say "order now for half-time," don't they?
I don't watch football on television. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have Sky or whatever the other ones. I do not have the time.
Sorry, Harry. How's your kitchen?
Yeah, precisely. Not finished. That's what the kitchen is.
You don't. Yeah. Okay. Not finished.
It's aspirational, I should imagine.
The picture you sent the other day looked incredible. You're doing a good job.
Oh, thanks. Thanks very much.
No worries. Nick says, which adverts get stuck in your head more? Domino hoo-hoo or I'm loving it, the McDonald's phrase.
Oh, they are both annoying, aren't they?
Yeah, which one's more annoying?
I think the Domino's one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's more annoying. I think. Yeah.
And in that they've probably done their work, because that's what they want. They want you to be annoyed by it, probably.
Yeah.
Stealth marketing.
Well, to some degree, the McDonald's one is more undercover because it doesn't say McDonald's. It just kind of gets in your head.
True.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, did somebody say "just eat"? Well, the McDonald's one isn't, because anytime anyone in any household says "just eat" to children, the children turn around and say, "Did somebody say just eat?" And they find it hilarious, or at least in my house, that happens an awful lot. Nick also says, who is stuck in the longest running perpetual discount sale, DFS or Domino's?
Well, I mean, DFS have discount in their title, so presumably.
Oh, is it discount furniture store? Is it?
Yeah, isn't it? Well, that's what. Oh no, this is another thing that's going to ruin my childhood. I've always presumed it was.
Oh, I mean, you said it with such confidence. So I was like, yeah, I mean, that sounds right. I'm pretty sure that does sound right, but I think we should definitely check this.
You need to check that. How's your computer, by the way, Phil?
How's
your motherboard?
Yeah, well, I took it all apart and put it back together again, and it fixed one problem but caused another. So I took it all apart again and fixed that problem.
Yeah.
And then it turns out if you keep taking apart a MacBook, what happens is that the connector for the keyboard eventually gets very angry and disconnects and tears, and so I had to get a replacement.
Oh,
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Harry.
yeah.
You were under an illusion of what DFS actually stands
Oh
for.
no.
Boy.
It's Darley Dale based. DFS is Direct Furnishing Supplies.
Oh.
there you
That
go.
is rubbish.
Yeah.
That is rubbish. Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's been the most enlightening thing in this podcast.
Wow. Put it on the list. Ruined. Yeah. I'd say all the I'm reeling now. I'm reeling from that revelation. All the extra bits you've bought for your computer presumably add up to a new computer now. So you may as well have just bought a new computer.
No. I bought the parts that I bought, which were just a motherboard, was like £35. My MacBook was a 2011 MacBook that had seen its way solidly into 2024 and had done a good job.
Yeah.
Good job. It was a loyal servant for me, and I will fix it. I just got a replacement because it's going to take me too long to fix it. But I will fix it one day out of pride. So gents, any other business? Any other business?
No, don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Mrs. P has just walked in, so I may need to go and explain the kitchen situation in just a moment.
But what were you trying to achieve in your kitchen?
I was just tidying up the cupboards because they were a mess. But to tidy up and clean out, you have to get everything out.
Oh.
So it was a spur of the moment. I don't know what possessed me to have a spur of the moment. I'm going to clean up the cupboard, but that's what happened.
That's absolute madness.
I instantly regretted it.
Yeah. I'd have just shoved it all back in.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it feels better than trying to redo a whole kitchen, I've got to say.
Well, yeah.
Does Mrs. Vicar like a pillow fight? So you guys do at Vicar College?
Yeah. I feel like if it happened, she would beat me with a memory foam one with my so just the top of my bald head would be shaped into the pillow, indented into the pillow. A bit like sort of Mallet's mallet of pillow fighting.
ITV, I'm afraid. ITV.
Yeah, sorry, Harry. Sorry about that. Right, on that image, we should finish then. But thank you very much for listening. We'll say we'll be back next week. Reality is we're very busy, but you never know your luck. So yeah, have a good week. Bye.
Bye.
See you in June.